Okay, post-race for our Aaron's 499 here at Talladega Super Speedway. We're joined by our third-place finisher, Juan Pablo Montoya. He drives the number 42 Tums Chevrolet for Earnhardt Ganassi. Juan, talk about how things unfolded down there towards the end of the race today.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, every restart it was a little bit different. You were in a different position, and you're always hoping that you had somebody good that you could push, or you're hoping somebody would push you. And you know, with the second restart, when I had Jamie in front, I thought, oh, here we got them. You know, we cleared them, and we were looking pretty good. And for some reason, it just wasn't enough. But it's okay. You know, I thought we had a chance of winning the race there when I had Jamie. You know, when I had Hamlin behind, but for some reason the other two were a little bit faster.
Okay, we'll take questions now for Juan Pablo Montoya. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll get to as many as we can. We'll start right here. Go ahead, Tom.
Hi, Juan. Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Day like this is your overwhelming emotion. Happy that you ran this good, happy that you finished this good, or frustrated that you guys weren't able to seal the
Well, the way the season's going, I was actually surprised we didn't wreck. To be honest with you, you know, at least we're 4 for 4 now, you know, and the 4 finishes we got a top 10 and 3 top 5, so we got the pace. It's just we've been, you know, very unlucky this year, and we really need a good finish to gain some points and, you know, get, you know, both the Ganassi cars up there was pretty cool.
Next question right here. Go ahead.
Hey, Juan, Doug Turnbull, WSB Radio. Last year about this time, there was a lot of talk about you just points racing and trying to nurse it to the chase, but you're in a different spot than you were last year, and I heard you say, throw it out the window. I'm just, you know, don't worry about saving fuel. I'm going to go for the win. Do you have a different mentality than this time a year ago?
Well, yeah, we got a car that's a lot faster. Last year, if we could get to a top 10 was a miracle, especially at this time of this season. Or this, you know, we can run top 5 every week, so we can definitely get more points. But at the same time, you know, we've been involved in 3 wrecks where it's completely out of our hands. But it's what part of racing, you know, it's what makes it interesting, and that's why the fans are here. So for us, it's a big challenge. I think both cars got the potential to make the chase, and we just got to be smart about it.
Okay, also joined now today is our race runner-up, Juan's teammate. He drives the number 1 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats Chevrolet, and that's Jamie McMurray. Jamie, talk about how things finished up out there this afternoon.
Had a really good car. You know, worked well with Juan all day long, and just ran a really smart race. We you know, just logged some laps at the beginning. I think that most people thought that the wing or the spoiler and the plate was going to make the cars close up a little quicker than what we'd had in the past. And when we talked about it in our meeting early in the morning, we thought it would just be best to at least, you know, log some laps for the first 20. And then when we got back there, it just we waited till like I think 50 or 60 laps to go, and then made a move to the front. And you know, it's really hard to get to the front, because everybody, you know, runs up against the wall, and it's a struggle to get enough momentum and enough cars on the bottom to get the speed that you need. But we worked really well together, and ended up, I think, second and third there behind the 31 car. And you know, I think if it would have ran green at that point, we were sitting in a really good position for both of us, because you know, when you're in that position, you've got a teammate behind you that can push you. I mean, it wouldn't have been a big deal to go by the 31.
All right, we'll take a question in the press box. Go ahead for either Jamie or Juan.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Jamie, could you talk about Kevin's pass on you down there at the flag? Was it more a matter of he loosened you, and did he get into you any, or was this more a drafting thing?
Well, I mean, I really thought that Kevin was going to go high. I felt like I was, you know, close enough to the yellow line that there was a lot more racetrack to the right, and it seemed like you could stall guys out more on the outside than you could the inside. And so I was really guarding against the outside. And when he went left, it really loosens the car up. And I mean, it's hard to explain to you guys that aren't in cars, but when there's someone directly behind you and they pull their car out of line really fast, it's like you pull a parachute in your car. I mean, it literally feels like you lose 3 or 5 miles an hour immediately. And when that happens, you know, the car that's doing the passing just has the momentum. So I mean, really, once he got underneath me, all I was doing was side drafting him and hoping that I could stall him out and just getting back to the start finish line.